Yo guys, welcome back to another trade recap. In this recap, I'll be going over how I caught this. How many points was that? How I caught this 10-point move on NQ during Asia. I'll be going over why I entered and so and so. Let's start off with the higher time frame. I did not trade the New York today. I was busy with some other stuff. Oh shit. Uh, Give me a second, guys. Yeah, I was pretty busy today. I did not trade New York, but I did see there was some pretty good movement. I did not catch any of it though. But let me go over um my confluences. Um let me start off with this 5 minute imbalance right here. We have this FVG. Uh Kept getting respected, no closure above until this movement right here, right before 7 p.m. Tokyo Open, which is I'm lying. No wait. Yeah, this is around Tokyo Open. This was like a few minutes before. So, price was respecting this 5 minute gap, and then right here it closed above, and it inversed this gap, right? But then it completely ignored that and decided to dump right after. So after it dumped, there it was. This inverse that was made, and price came back down, and it looked like it swept these previous. No, I didn't sweep anything. Sorry guys, I'll be messing up sometimes. Let me double check. Okay, there it was. Okay, my bad. My bad. Let me. Okay, I'm locked in now. So it respected this 15-minute gap right here, as you can see. Oh shit, my cat. So there's a 15-minute gap here. Sorry for stuttering, and let me lock it. Okay, 15-minute gap right here. Boom, respected it. My bias was bullish. Even before this big move down, I still wanted to see some type of bullish movement. I was not looking for shorts, but obviously, um, I missed out on that. I did not miss out actually. I just didn't want to enter shorts. And if this would have inversed this, then I would have taken shorts. But I still knew price was coming back down just to rebalance into one of these PD rays, and it did. So right here, we created this 1 minute bearish fair value gap, uh, respecting it, and then it made another inverse here on the way up. So I don't know if you guys can see. They move this. There is a 1 minute gap here, bearish move down, and then we had this huge straight candle that just inversed it. Boom. I waited for price to come back down here and I tapped in. I was on the 15 second, of course. You guys know me. I trade 15 second for the best entries. So, um, let me go over. My stop loss was here. I did not have it here. I trailed my stop loss. So, I waited for price to come back down here. Actually, no, I entered a bit earlier. So, I entered off of this 15 second fair value gap, but there was another one here. But I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss an entry. So I entered here. Funny story about this. The place I was at when I entered did not have any service. So when I first entered, my initial entry was 3 minis, right? And I was trading on my phone, and nothing happened. Mm, like I didn't see anything. My entry didn't register, I guess. And my first thought was, oh, I probably can't trade 3 minis because of my buffer. So I went to 2 minis, and I was like, all right, I'm into 2 minis. I clicked 2 minis. Boom, nothing happened. So I got a little scared because I had a feeling that it probably did tag me in, but I never thought I was gonna enter five minis because my buffer on my account. I didn't know I could enter five minis. I would would have never entered five minis on this trade. So this was a big mistake. I entered five minis here, and my stop loss went from being negative 400 to being nearly $1,000. So I kept my stop loss though. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna let this run. If I get stopped out, I'll lose 1,000. It's fine. I won't blow my account. I'll just have a pretty small buffer. So I let this run, and trade looked pretty good. It was chopping a bit, had some good movement. Came back down entry. At this point, I had already moved my stops here, so it came back down pretty close to my stop, but I held it through. Boom, I went break even after it swept this previous high, so I was break even here. And then I kept trailing my TP simply because at this point I was already up over it. Like right here, I was up like 1,300. I don't know why I didn't close. I guess my the greed got to me. I don't know. But my initial TP was at this 5 minute inverse, and it would have hit. Obviously, it would have been a $1,600 trade, but it would have been an accidental $1,600 trade. So I decided to trail my TP to where I would have originally, to where my TP would have, not to where it would have been, but to where it would have, the price would have hit. So I didn't want to be greedy and try and take this whole trade, even though I knew it was gonna play out. So I trailed my TP, my stop loss on me, my take, whatever you want to call it. I trailed it pretty close because again, like I would have been happy with 800 if um that little register thingy didn't happen. So I decided to just trail it, and it came back down, stopped me out for a nice 871. I'm happy with that though. Uh, Trade would have hit, but I'm still very grateful for even having the opportunity to be able to trade and make anything on my phone. Having this high income skill can lead to many things. All I gotta do is just scale up now and follow my system, follow my thing. This was, I guess you could say, accidental trade, but I evened it out by trailing my stops, which I guess you could say I could have let it run, but again, I wasn't trying to be greedy. I didn't know if I wasn't sure if price, whenever it moved up like this, is when I trailed it up, because usually big moves like this tap into like a inverse, you could say, and then decide to come back down and then continue going higher. So I did not want to take that chance. I was already up decent amount, so closed out. But yeah, guys, pretty sure I explained this pretty well. Sorry about the confusion at the start, but let me simplify it again. So we have, let me delete this one and I'll show you guys a fresh one. So right before Tokyo opened up, bang, 5 minute gap, inversed it, came back down, respected this 15 minute, um, entered off of an inverse. I entered a bit earlier though. This would have been a re-entry simply because this 1 minute gap actually never closed above it, so this never inversed it. But when I entered, I mean never inversed it when I entered. So it was a bit risky, but I decided to take the risk. But later on ended up playing out even better. Boom. This big candle right here, inverse this bearish candle, came back down for a re-entry on this bullish fair value gap. You could have entered here and then target any other type of PD array. So when I mean PD array, it is any type of imbalance, order block, anything. But in this case, you can see almost. Perfect. But yeah, guys. Hope you enjoy this trade recap. Hopefully, some some new trader. I don't know who's watching this. If you're a new trader, if you're an experienced trader, if you're what do you call it? Intermediate, whatever. Doesn't matter. Um, Anybody can learn this. I'm not saying this is like the best strategy, whatever. No, like it's pretty simple. Just target, PD raise, inverses, bang. But yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know. My bad. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you like, share it to your friends. Anybody that's trying to learn how to trade, be like, yo, look at this guy. He started a trade and look at this. Look at his strategy. He's so goated. Nah, but subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if this video helped you, or if I should just quit, stop making these videos because they are useless and nobody watches them. Let me know too, guys. I'm open for anything. Uh, any hate, anything, bro. I don't care. But yeah, thank you again for watching. God bless y'all, and have a good rest of your day. Peace.